Hello there and welcome to another review of The Shield Dude and Couch. I'm your host Hector, and today we're going to talk about the new album by Ithaca from the UK, and it's called They Fear Us. And it is a kick-ass sophomore release. You know, it's a great album. It's an improvement from their first album, The Language of Injury, that dropped in 2019. I thought that was a very decent album, but on this album, I think the band does more experimentation, especially with the vocals. There's harsher vocals, but they use a lot of clean vocal singing, courtesy of their singer, Damila Bowden. I hope I said her name right. And on this album, they do more of the cleans that they didn't do on the first album. Also, it's safe to say that the band has been around more for a few years now, so they had some time to hone their craft on this second album. So we get a band that is more comfortable with each other. So we got more experimentation and, as you know, just a tighter all-around sound. So the album has 9 tracks and it's 35 minutes in length. So it goes by fairly quickly. And it is an album that the beginning of the album is more, faster, more harsher. And then the last songs are more soft, more vulnerable. And I like that dichotomy of, having the harsh with the more vulnerable, because it makes it stand out and not just sound like 9 songs that sound the same. And to me, that's a win. So the album starts with one of the first singles they released, In the Way. And In the Way, it just starts great with some great riffing, some great harsher vocals, but she uses cleans as well, which makes the song have more, more dynamics, if you will. And I thought it was a great album opener that's, gets you pumped from what's coming up next. Then they follow it with The Future Says Thank You. And I just love that title, the title of that song. And that song has a great chorus, some great riffing, and it's one of the most aggressive songs on the album. Then the title track of the album, They Fear Us, is one of my favorite tracks on the album. It has a catchy chorus, and on this one, the singer really uses the cleans with the harsher vocals very good. She can switch from one to the other, and it's a very memorable song. The guitar riffing on it that goes through the whole song really stays in your head. And I love just how the song is talking all about, fearing what you don't understand. And, it's one of the best songs of the album for sure, at least for me. Then they have some great, more kick-ass songs like Camera Eats First, Cremation Party. That's a short song, 2.5 minutes with 7 seconds. And it really goes hard all the way through. And I just love the idea of a cremation party. I just hope that when I die someday, someone throws me a cremation party. And it's just a really short, fun track that, it's really memorable too. Then they have another track that is really aggressive called Number 5. And then the last songs of the album, Fluorescent, You Should Have Gone Back, and Hold, Be Held, are the more softer, vulnerable songs of the album. So after you have like 6 pummeling tracks, you get like a little bit of a breather. It's not to say that the tracks are soft all the way, but they have more vulnerability to it, especially in the singing. Fluorescent, for example, starts with some great guitars, and there's some harsher vocals, but then you have like some dreamy vocals from the lead singer that really give it like a space to the song. It lets it breathe a little bit. You Should Have Gone Back is the longest song on the album at almost 6 minutes, and the first 2.5 minutes it's just music, instrumental, and then at the 2.5 minutes it gets pummeling with the harsh vocals, but it ends softly with the vocals, and it goes great into what is one amazing album closer with the song Hold, Be Held. And that song, to me, I think is the most emotional song on the album. Especially there's parts on where the singer sings and it sounds like 70s like rock, like almost like, dare I say, Fleetwood Mac for just a second, but you know, it's a metalcore with hardcore type of band. But she, on that song, I think is her most emotional singing and lyrics, and you really feel it in her voice that she means it. And I just love that she could get all vulnerable on that song, and it makes it a great album closer. So this is an album that to me has great replay value. You know, it's short, to the point, great riffing, great vocals, and I really enjoyed it. You know, it's a fun album that you can hit replay and hear it again. When you finish it, you want to hear it again, and that's always a great thing. So what did you think of Ithaca and their album They Fear Us? Comment what were your favorite tracks. I would really want to know. If you like the videos that I'm putting out, don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I have more content on the way. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield doing a couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.